Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You got to get that Odyssey app. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you don't know about it, it's AUDACY. Get it at all of your app store places. Because that's where you can check out the new Odyssey exclusive stations that are curated for listeners just like you. Hundreds of new stations to listen to, man.
Including the Aerosmith station, BJ.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. You gonna walk this way? We doing it?
Loving in that elevator.
Oh.
I don't know why all of a sudden they became a Devo tribute band, but
yeah, I really did. I was like,
loving in that elevator. Whip it.
Devo Smith. So you're saying that on this Odyssey curated station, I can listen to all my favorite Aerosmith songs?
Yes.
You know what else?
What's that?
I think you can win something.
Yes, a trip to see Aerosmith in Vegas, baby. They're doing their residency there.
That's right. See it good. Aerosmith. Okay, so you're saying
when that Vegas escort comes around, you must Aerosmith it.
Okay, wait. Now you're doing the B-52s. It's the Aero 52s. What are we doing?
That was Whip It. That was still Whip It.
It was Whip It.
I kind of got a little
maybe Fred Schneider's fronting.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know. Aerosmith's giving away prizes, and you're like, well, you know what, Devo and the B-52s, really, that's what you want to do. All right, how do I win this Vegas trip? I mean, with the Odyssey app and all, how do I get a chance for all this?
You just got to listen, man, on the Odyssey app. You'll have an opportunity by listening that way. We'll hook you up with a flight, VIP passes as well, where you get to watch the show on stage, BJ. We'll also put you in a hotel because, you can't just, live on the streets of Vegas. That'd be kind of gnarly.
I hear they're going to give us some
party,
cash.
$250 in spending money.
Wow! And I want to be clear, this is to see Aerosmith, right?
Yes.
No other bands, as far as I know. All right, Fred and Mark and those guys are not going to be there, right?
Hey, with that $250, you can do whatever you want with that.
Oh, I can? Oh, all right. Well, I need to get that Odyssey app, and I think if I go to my app store, I can download the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
Scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser.
Whoa.
B-Migs. You're a loser.
Don't be a loser.
It is time for B-Migs. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. Maybe whip it up for Monday.
Whip it up.
Whip it up. You can whip it up.
I don't know why we turned into a Devo station right now, but you know what? I'm here for it. Why not?
It's a Monday, dude. What are you going to do?
Right. It's a weird Monday, man. Snow. We didn't get any snow. We got hail, which is just more terrifying. Just when
we
you
got
see
some
it
of that
coming
yesterday too, man. We got it's just like I went through a little bit of everything, but the hail was.
Schools are closing down.
Yeah, man.
People just drive safe out there.
Yeah. it's the apocalypse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Absolutely.
the Acropolis, the apocalypse.
Apocalypse now. Let's get to our contestant. We got Dustin in Bellevue. Dustin, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Dustin will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Dustin, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Sharing its name with a food item. What do websites use to remember your preferences?
Pass.
The soap opera Days of Our Lives first aired in what decade?
60s, 70s.
60s, yes. What is the capital of Maryland?
Dover?
No.
Pass.
Take off your pants and jacket is an early 2000s album by which band?
Pass.
What arcade game did players attempt to avoid traffic and crocodiles?
Frogger.
Yes. Anna Nicole Smith passed away in what late 2000s year?
2009.
No.
10.
No.
8.
No.
Oh.
What city was the setting for the film Die Hard?
LA.
Yes. Beginning with W, what is the real first name of Bruce Willis?
William.
No.
Walter.
Yes. Count Von Count is a character on which children's program?
Sesame Street.
Yes. How many times has Jennifer Aniston been married?
0.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct.
Okay, this is right down the middle, so it's hard to say, Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like Steve's he's gonna get some of the ones that he didn't get, though.
Yeah, there are a couple. There's a couple of those on that, unfortunately.
What was that, Dustin?
It's a bet breakfast.
Oh. I may do that, though. I got plans to come, I got plans to actually be in a breakfast betting mood Wednesday and Thursday of this week, so maybe I will.
Oh,
I'm going to wait till middle of the week for a little treat, and we'll see if we get some. I like Justin's idea. I should say Dustin's idea, and it is a new year, Rev. So
It is. I am not opposed to betting.
All right.
I don't know how I would kind of go on today's, but maybe later this week, maybe something like that'll happen.
All right, remind me Wednesday, everybody.
I'll set a reminder in my calendar for you.
Oh yeah, have Steve do it. He's really good at that.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
Sharing its name with a food item. What do websites use to remember your preferences?
Cookies.
Yes. The soap opera Days of Our Lives first aired in what decade?
60s.
Yes. What is the capital of Maryland?
Take anal.
What?
Annapolis.
Yes. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is an early 2000s album from what band?
That did sound strange that I stopped at that point.
Yeah, you did.
That's Blink 182.
Yes. And what arcade game did players attempt to avoid traffic and crocodiles?
Oh, Pitfall.
No.
A Frogger.
Yes. Anna Nicole Smith passed away in what late 2000s year?
2008.
No.
2007.
Yes. What city was the setting for the film Die Hard?
Wasn't that Los Angeles?
Yes. Beginning with W, what is the real first name of Bruce Willis?
Walter?
Yes.
Oh. It's a big Walt.
Count Von Count is a character on which children's program?
Sesame Street.
Yes. How many times has Jennifer Aniston been married?
3.
No.
4.
No.
2.
Yes. And Steve, you get that perfect 10, and you win.
Oh wow, sorry, Dustin.
Yeah, that was a spanking.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, buddy.
That was a Twins win against the Mariners there.
Yeah, put that in your reminder, BJ.
That's why I didn't want to bet today. Yeah.
Okay.
Did we win?
I
know I won.
Yeah, you won.
Was there a bet? And
No, there was no bet. There's no bet. But maybe BJ wants to bet later on this week.
I might. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe I would do it, and so
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. You smoked this one.
yeah, you know. And I was looking up just to be sure if I was, and I think our old buddy Scotty Crane from back in the day used to work on the Buzz.
Yes.
And he's the son of actor Robert Crane that was on Hogan's Heroes.
They had that show Shaken, Not Stirred.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm confused, so I don't know. Maybe somebody get either he and or his wife are on Days of Our Lives, which is what I was like. I saw him make some posts about what a great set it is and all that, and so I thought, is he on it? But maybe it's his wife that's on it. But I was like, oh, that's kind of fun because Scotty's a good buddy of the show, and of course we all worked at the Buzz together back in the days. So
Yeah, no idea. I grew up watching Days of Our Lives because my mom was obsessed. So if I was ever sick from school, that was like, it was bittersweet. I didn't have to go to school, but I had to sit in the living room and watch Days of Our Lives, sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives.
And it's still on, man. It's just, I mean, it's funny that at least that soap opera is still able to be in business, considering that, women being in the workplace is what's really kind of killed soap operas for at least live viewing. Though you would think they would get to come back for, recorded or, shifted viewing, but I don't know if people, care that much about them because there's so much other drama you can watch on like Bravo.
Yeah, in college, it was funny because it kind of came full circle. I remember watching a lot of soap operas because, none of us had TVs in our dorm rooms, but we had like that shared common area on the floor where the television was, and you could watch some shows. And I was like, that's where all like the chicks on the floor were like sitting around watching the soap operas. So I was like, I guess I'll watch the soap operas to try and get in with them.
You're absolutely right,
It didn't
dude.
work. I just ended up becoming a fan of soap operas. I was like, no girl was like, wow, Steve, you're watching soap operas with us. Let's go back to the dorm room and have sex. That never happened.
I hope the same thing, dude. I was into the entire Luke and Laura thing from General Hospital, if people remember that back in the day. And yeah, it did nothing for me.
Honestly, I think the only reason why soap operas still remain popular are waiting rooms and random shared rooms. Like every time I've gone to get like something serviced on a car or something, like that's not my typical place. I always see soap operas every time.
Wow, I can't tell you the last time I was in a car waiting room. So that's where they're making their big money there, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So and then it's new episodes every day still, huh?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And it's crazy how if you need to get a vacation like on a soap opera, since it was like every day and they were recorded that day, so that you basically go, well, I'm going to go on a business trip just so you can get a week off if you were one of the actors.
Or you're in a terrible accident and you're in the hospital in a coma.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you're actually in Hawaii just for a couple of weeks.
Not a bad deal.
Right.
We also have to bring this up. I don't think we've talked about this, but since Bruce Willis was a question, I feel horrible. I don't know if the rest of you feel horrible because, about a week or two ago, they released information saying that Bruce is actually retiring from the acting business because he's got a pretty bad brain condition.
Was it called like aphasia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, and here we were like, why is he doing all these movies and why is he not that great in these movies? And as it turns out, he was really having some serious trouble during a lot of these movies, and kind of, some of the directors and producers have a bad taste in their mouth because Bruce was doing these movies. They didn't know he had these conditions, and it really, they didn't get what they expected. Also, it made the shooting tougher.
That makes sense for like some of these action films that I remember watching, and I'm like, they're hyping Bruce Willis as a part of it, but he's like just sitting in the corner and not doing it. He's just like barely in the movie.
You're absolutely right, and it turns out. I mean, I don't know, just what level he was aware of what was going on, but it was kind of a last hurrah for him. It seems him just trying to do as many movies as he could before he couldn't do them anymore.
Well, I still planned on watching a lot of those movies. The problem is I was going to watch one over the weekend, but I couldn't tell if I saw it or not based on the description because, we were joking about how all of his movies seem to be of the current crop.
Yes.
They all have a very similar premise, slightly different, but similar enough. So I was reading one of them, like, I don't know if I've seen this Bruce Willis movie or not. I'm like, man, I'm like, I think I might have, but I'm not positive. So we ended up not watching it.
They all kind of blend together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I'm doing a eulogy for him, even though he's still with us. But it reminds me of when Glenn Campbell, the legendary country singer, wrote the song about his Alzheimer's. Like he was like, I won't remember you. And it was
not going to miss you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That song.
Yeah. Oh man. And you just realized this is the last time I'm going to write a song pretty much knowing who you people are, all the people that he loved in his life and that he cared about. And it feels the same a little for me with Bruce Willis. Like, wow, I'm reflecting upon some of my favorite movies and just what he added to the entertainment business being such a great actor. And yeah, just a couple weeks ago, I was dogging him because I'm like, dude, what are you doing? This is horrible stuff. Not realizing, he just was doing the best he could. And he had a serious thing going on.
I mean, of course, we didn't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I feel horrible.
And we're more making fun of just the actual movie itself. I mean, none of us even watched most of those movies, so we had nothing to say about his acting performance. It was never about his acting performance. It was just all of these movies are basically the same thing with Bruce Willis in it.
I just feel like, if I'm to believe Chris Rock, I feel like Chris Rock. It's like I would never have said those things had I known about the person's condition. And if Will Smith was was Bruce's friend and he was in the room while we were doing our show, I probably would have got slapped, because, I mean, here we are talking to the guy, not realizing, dude, I mean, he's got a thing. I mean, this is why he's not doing a lot, and this is why it looks like he can't.
I never felt we were really dogging him. We were just dogging the movies.
Oh, I was. You weren't so much, but I was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I dogged the hell out of him. Yeah, you were a lot kinder than I was.
Maybe I dogged his selection of films, but I was still watching them.
Dude, I think everybody in Bruce's family could have slapped me for how much I dogged him. Really, honestly, I mean, I was pretty bad. So
you're just a terrible human being. I mean,
I really am.
kind of par for the course.
You're absolutely right. I really am. I did the same thing yesterday. I went and I watched a play, and in my head, I didn't look. I learned.
Go watch.
My friend, my friend's daughter, my sister was in a play for Cornish. And so I'm watching this play.
You got me worried. You're like my friend's daughter. I'm like, did you go to like a 5-year-old's play and not have fun?
No, it's just that, I'm sitting there and look, I don't say anything to anybody, but I'm making judgments in my head about, you know what? I really like this person. I don't know about this person. And then one of the people I made a judgment on, like, they're okay. I mean, I'm like, well, they have moments where they're really good, but then there are some moments that are not that good. And there's they look like they're just not giving it their all. Then I find out later that the person had like a massive medical condition that just happened right before, basically days before the play, and they still went through with doing all the shows. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains everything. I am so glad I didn't open my big mouth and say something really dumb, because the person was good, but then there were moments where they looked tired, and that's exactly what was going on because of their medical condition. So, I'm so happy I didn't say anything then, but unfortunately I did say stuff about Bruce Willis. So.
See, I lucked out. I was wrestling over the weekend in Portland, and I'm watching one of the other matches. Like, my match was done, so I'm just like enjoying the show. And this little kid comes up and goes, "Who are you rooting for?" And I was like, "Oh, that guy." And I was like, "Who are you rooting for?" He goes, "That guy too." I'm like, "Sweet." He's like, "That's my dad." I'm like, "Man, I could have gave you the wrong answer in that situation."
Yeah, you could have.
That would have just sucked. Like if I was like, "I'm rooting for this guy because that dude sucks." And that's my father.
Sorry, your dad sucks, kid.
Well, I hate to tell you, kid, you have to find out now instead of finding out when you're in your 20s. A well-known rock star just proposed to and married his wife in between songs at his own concert over the weekend. You're going to hear what happened at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Jack White, man, what a weekend he had. He not only got engaged, but he also got married to his girlfriend, Olivia Jean, during his concert in Detroit.
Well, Jack's known as a very patient man.
Yeah.
Look, I want to marry you, and I want to do it today. Let's get it done. It's like me when I want to get a new car. I'm like, I just got to get the car. I don't care.
Wow. They were doing a duet because she's the front woman for the Black Bells, and they were doing a duet, and that's when Jack popped the question.
It's been such a beautiful day. I think, why don't we just do this right now and get married right now? Olivia Jean, do you promise to love this man, stand by this man, tell this man what's up when he needs to hear what's up? Always, yes, always. Okay, Jack White, do you promise to respect this woman? I do. Cherish this woman? I do. Let the Universal Life Church Ministry of America, I do hereby pronounce you husband and wife.
That's also because he's from Detroit, and apparently he had her parents up there on stage with them, which I think is pretty funny. And I think my favorite part, and I think Rev will appreciate that, is that the man who did it is an ordained minister from the Universal Life Church.
Hell yeah.
Of America.
Wonder if he spent the $35 to get the plaque. I didn't.
Or what, like the $100 to become like the Pope or something like that?
Yeah, you can get special titles if you want to actually give them more money. I just went for the free version. I'm on a registry somewhere for a good reason.
Oh, there you go. You don't want to put too much effort into, what you could do for somebody's marriage. I'm just going to show up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't need the plaque. I don't need the $100 whatever else. Yeah.
If I'm going to the next show, I'm like, damn it, what are you going to do there? Are you going to get divorced? Like at the next show, or are they going to consummate the wedding?
Oh, that's what's going to, like every child they want to have, they're going to go, well, Olivia, what do you say we go make this baby right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
You know what the weird thing is, though, with Jack White? It's like, it's not that surprising, and it's not that, it's almost like, that sounds like something Jack White would do.
Yeah, that's cool because is this his first marriage?
No,
I haven't really,
it's like his third.
Is it really his third?
Well, because his first marriage was, I don't know if it was first, but he was married to Meg White from the White Stripes.
Oh, that's right. Oh, right.
And actually, that's her last name, and he took her last name for his stage name.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. I always thought they were brother and sister.
Well, that was the joke.
Yeah, they had stated that. They floated
I never
that rumor
knew that
for a
was the
while.
joke.
Yeah.
For my whole life, I still thought it was true.
It is his third marriage. Yeah. No. Yeah, they were married, and then they were no longer married, so they were telling people that they were brother and sister, and that's what everybody thought they were for the White Stripes.
Mm-hmm.
That was his wife?
Yes.
Dude, honestly, you know what?
His mind is blown.
My mind is so blown. So they were husband and wife before the brother-sister thing got put out there.
Dude, to be honest with you, that part, I'm not 100% sure. So, I mean,
okay.
I'm a terrible White Stripes fan. I don't know.
As am I, obviously.
The personal relationship. I do know that they were married and that they jokingly called themselves brother and sister, but I don't know if they were calling themselves brother and sister when they were married or if that was just like a thing.
I've only known them as brother and sister. That's what I'm saying. Of all the times I've known Jack and Meg, but this is when they were performing. But how I'm talking about 20 years ago, right?
Yeah, dude. That's
I've
the
only
crazy
known them
part.
as brother and sister. That's nuts.
It looks like they were married from 96 to 2000.
Okay, yeah, I was not aware of the White Stripes until after 2000. That's a fact. So I've only known them as brother and sister. Those sons of
That's so funny.
They gotcha.
They did. They totally got me. This
you know,
is
there are
the
probably
first
people also like, they're brother and sister and they got married. That's gross.
I would be.
They're not really.
Well, that's why when you said that, I'm like, okay, I need to process this. Did Steve just make a mistake, or what is happening?
No. He was married to her.
Freaking Jack, unbelievable.
Now you're mad at him.
All right, well, he got me. I'm, I got to give it to him.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
All right, well, the very surprising Jack White got engaged and married to his girlfriend during a concert over the weekend. So based on this, we want to know, how was your wedding unique? Or what was the strangest wedding that you have attended? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What was the strangest wedding that you've attended? Here's that brother-sister combo I told you about on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Jack White got engaged and married to his girlfriend during a concert over the weekend. He did both, all on stage in a Detroit concert. And that's a very unique wedding. No doubt about it.
Him and 20,000 of his favorite people.
That's actually very cool when you think about it. I actually, in his hometown with his home fans.
With her parents up on stage. It had to be a cool moment.
You don't have to send out invitations.
No.
You don't have to worry about any of all the stuff. No decoration worries. None of that.
It's a great idea. Jack's the smartest man in the world. Now
I hope she threw a bouquet of flowers out into the crowd. That would have been a best show if she did, I think.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then the garter, and then who's got to, it's all going to be very strange, very unique. And that's what makes us wonder, how about you? How was your wedding unique, or what was the strangest wedding that you've attended? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, we got a text that says, I got married in the front office of the company I worked for by the notary because I was leaving for the military.
Oh, okay.
Dude, my buddy Parker, he works over at the gym I go to, Northwest Fitco, and he was telling me he got married at the gym. Like, I think right outside of the gym, because it's such an important part of his life. It's a very cool, close-knit group of people that work there, and they're all awesome, and it's like kind of like a family vibe. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm getting married. I'm like, awesome, good for you. He's like, getting married here at the gym. I'm like, well, what? And I'm like, and maybe it's during my time of my workout. I could swing by. Like, no. But I was like, that was pretty cool.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what I wonder, like, is that the only ceremony, or did they just do other stuff? Because I call them brilliant people, but if you still have to go through and have the normal stuff.
Oh, I think that was like the ceremony, like just the actual signing the papers, like just the formality, and then they had a get-together with actual, like, friends and family, I'm sure.
Yeah,
or maybe they all just got in there and just got their good sweat on afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah, there's the reception.
Look,
saying the vows on the elliptical.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that boy, I would love to see more of that. And then, of course, I wouldn't have to spend all the money.
Do you promise to spot for your husband when he's trying to hit his PR on the bench? I do.
Oh yeah, these vows are fantastic. I love it. All right, got gym vows. Perfect.
So they said my ex-husband's walking me down the aisle at my wedding next summer.
What?
Ex-husband.
Well, yeah, at least they're
pulling dad duties.
Yeah, I guess they're cool with each other.
Wow.
One more time, you get to call him daddy. No.
Wow.
Okay, that would make it awkward.
I wasn't thinking of that, but yeah, I guess, it's so funny, that's a generational thing. There's no way in my generation would I think that would be possible. But that's you know what? That's younger people. That's Gen X. That's millennials, and the way they be that can make that happen, which is really great. The idea that you can be that amiable is fantastic. That I just wow.
Right.
So what do you think? Do you think the ex-husband is happy to do it because she's somebody else's problem? I mean, I will walk you down the aisle right now if I can. Come on.
I feel like there are some people, and it's probably rare, but there are some people that are just like, look, we both love each other, but we're just not meant for each other. Maybe there's a kid involved, so I stayed close because of that. I have no idea. I'm obviously over.
It's a nice way to think about it. Oh, I mean, everything you're saying makes it a whole nice situation.
I don't think he's going to walk her down and look at the new groom guy. She's your problem now, and then just leave on like a horse.
Well, it kind of would be amazing.
Leave on a horse.
Right off into the sunset.
I didn't expect my exit to be that way, because I'm the guy that would be miserable enough to go, yeah, here she is, she's your problem. But if I get a horse, all right, I'll leave on a horse. I'll be there, ha-ha, and I'll gallop away. Sure.
Drop her off at the altar, tip your cowboy cap, and just get on your horse and ride on out.
I'm out of here, okay. She's your problem now, buddy. Ha-ha. All right, there we go. All right. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'll be the Marlboro man.
I knew it was a terrible whistle attempt, but I appreciate that you knew what I was doing.
Yeah. Hey, that's right. I'm the good, she's the bad, and you got her now, ugly. Ha-ha! I'm out of here.
Well, I know your daughter's in the room, and I know we're just like under a year until she's a married woman, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know. I'm very stressed out about the whole
That's
situation.
right. So I haven't had my unique wedding, but it is happening in Vegas, so it's bound to be unique somehow. But it's surprising. I don't have a lot of friends that are actually married yet, but I do have one. So the one wedding I've been to, it was a Star Wars themed wedding.
That's awesome.
It was actually really awesome. Instead of like bouquets of flowers, because I was in it, I was a bridesmaid. We had like lightsabers. There were people that came dressed up in stormtrooper outfits.
That's
so you
cool.
could take pictures with them.
Yeah.
And it was just, besides the Star Wars theme, it was just a wild, wild wedding.
Wasn't it also a Dick's themed wedding?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I was there, but I'm not sure they themed it after me.
Yeah. She didn't have enough Dick's burgers for everyone.
Yeah, that
so
was
that
unfortunate.
that people got in arguments over that.
Man,
I was sad about that.
I would have revolted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have left and taken my gift with me.
You don't get this. But I was
Right.
looking back at pictures and I remembered that she had the guys do a sexy leg contest. And I was looking at pictures and Joey D's was in that contest.
Oh, whoa.
And he was wearing a cape, which I forgot because the outfits were galactic theme or something.
Yes.
Right.
So everyone was just in whatever the hell they wanted to wear, and it was crazy.
It was great.
Did he shave his leg for this competition, or did he just kind of go?
I didn't get too close to know.
Yeah.
But I don't think he won. So
Yeah, because Joey's got that Nordic tan.
Sorry, Joe.
You know, he's got that pasty Nordic tan like his father.
Shave and
He just
spray tan,
glows.
bro.
yeah. What was he thinking?
I love that, man. I'm going to a wedding this month, and it's and I'm excited because they're one of the bachelor party. Her bachelor party was Ren Fair based. I love geeks getting married because they do everything that's right in my wheelhouse. And so these two people are geeks. I'm looking forward to see how the wedding's going to be because of what I saw for her bachelor party.
Sarah, do you have any unique thoughts for what you're gonna? I know you're talking about Vegas, right?
Oh yeah, it's
But
happening.
do you have like anything in your mind that would make it unique? Like, okay, I want to have this happening.
Okay, well,
There is something.
There is something, but I don't know if it's appropriate, and I don't.
It is. It's Vegas.
I
Everything's
have not.
appropriate in
Apparently,
Vegas.
I haven't heard this.
Here we go.
I am not having children at my wedding.
Okay.
Well, I hope not. You and J Rub should do that in the privacy of your own bedroom.
And plus, I think at the venue, I think at the Sapphire, it's like I think 18 and up. So yeah, you can't have any.
Hey. But so there's not going to be a flower girl or a ring bearer.
Okay.
Can I be the ring bearer?
Do you want to be? Because I really,
No, he does. Steve does not. He's like, he was hoping you'd say no.
Well, so now I would love, my ideal thing would be to hire
Little person.
people. Yes.
Okay.
Do
To
it.
be my ring bearer and flower girl.
I feel like
It's
that's
Vegas. I'm sure you can find somebody that's
Oh,
doing
they have
that.
a
We'll do
whole
it for $50.
website. I have done some research.
She's already
on this.
researched, man. Don't
Oh,
even
I
worry.
have.
What's the rate?
It's a few $100s, but you can pick whatever costume you want.
Oh.
And I
What
would-
are the options?
wow.
absolutely everything you could think of. A
Oompa
Smurf,
Loompa?
a leprechaun, an Oompa Loompa. The one that I really want that they don't have on the website, but I think I could get it, is a gnome.
Yeah, I was going to say no.
Oh,
A
yeah,
gnome.
dude, they're going to be an Oompa Loompa. They'll do gnomes.
A gnome throwing flowers. Oh, that would be my absolute
This
dream.
wedding is just going to be insane.
I swore off Molly, but I'm going to have to bring it back into my life if this happens.
For my wedding, you have to, Steve. You have to.
I need to be on some kind of hallucinogenic if all of a sudden a gnome is going to be walking by throwing flowers.
If the shrooms are going to help, or you're just going to be like more
it's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
At that point, probably not.
This is,
But we'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of ideas. I don't know how many of them are actually going to get executed.
Dad, are you going to pay for that?
Well, I have to pay for the wedding. Of course I have to pay for whatever the wedding costs, Steve. There's no way to get out of any of this.
No, I mean, because with our wedding, I wanted a magician, which was the unique thing, and I couldn't even fathom asking my wife's parents to be like, hey, can you spring for that? So I took care of that, and also a couple other little, like the ice sculpture. I was like, these are unnecessary things that I don't want to put them on the spot to do, so we'll cover the cost for that.
I get what you're saying, but you are the groom.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not
if the bride asked for all those dumb things, I mean, no great things that you asked for.
The bride wanted the ice sculpture.
Yeah, and who paid for it? Oh, even though the bride wanted it, you paid for it.
Yes.
You're a great husband.
Wow.
I know.
That's nice of you.
All right.
Thank
well,
you
we
for
got to get all right.
acknowledging that.
Yeah, well, J-Rubs then has got to start. Well, then J-Rubs can pay for the gnome. Steve has set the precedent.
Oh, crap.
Great, because I don't think J-Rubs is going to pay for that.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Did it? Says Steve.
No, I mean, I wanted the ice sculpture, and it was my idea. BJ.
Oh, there we go. Now is it? Yeah, I'm on the hook for everything, Steve. There's no way to get out of you because look, Sarah. It's a lot easier. She's a chip off the old block. I don't want to hear it. I'll just say like whatever you want.
That's
Sarah.
the spirit. So awesome. So we're gonna have gnomes. This is gonna be amazing.
Yes, isn't it?
Oh, God,
Thanks,
help me. This is my nightmare.
Root man in Auburn just said, how do I get invited to Sarah's wedding?
I think all you have to do is just go to Vegas.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like anybody's going to get to come to this wedding if they want to.
Yes.
Well,
can the person, the official, or the officiant, or whatever the hell they're called, can they be a giant gnome or?
Oh, I mean, I really did want a little person gnome to marry us because I feel like a giant person gnome is. I mean, that's not cute.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact,
weird to do with a beard and a pointy hat.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's insensitive. I think if you're going to have somebody, you got to get a little person to play the part of a little person.
We don't need gnome appropriation, is what you're trying to say.
I don't need any of that. So, no, we're not going to have some basketball player, take away a good paying job for somebody who can do it.
Would be amazing, though.
That
a 7-foot tall gnome is okay, I think. I think we can have that happen.
If you go completely ridiculous on the other spectrum, I think it loops around and you're safe.
Yes.
Okay, there we go then.
I don't think anyone's going to cancel you for that.
Probably.
These are all great ideas that'll probably cost me more money. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but you're saving on having it at Vegas.
True.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Steve? I'm glad that you're my financial advisor through all this. Thank you. Thank you.
That would be the worst financial decision you ever made.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right. Well, this is not the most shocking thing you're actually going to hear this morning. I don't even want to read this. Okay. I'm sorry to all the gentlemen out there. I don't want to read this. A former NBA player just shared an insane story about how he circumcised himself when he was younger. Yes. An NBA player circumcised himself. Yeah, you're gonna hear from him. It's 7:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.